Splinters is your first feature film, and I know the action took place in village of New Papua Guinea. How did you find the place? What inspired you to do this film and this place, and to choose this place?
I grew up surfing in Southern California, and so it was a passion of mine. It was just something I did quite often whenever the waves were up, and I had heard about this village through a magazine that had really embraced the sport of surfing, and it was in New Guinea, and it seemed like to me an interesting place where the surfing experiment could unfold, and I was curious about which way the surfing experiment would go, and I decided to go there to surf and also make a film, but never having made a film before made it all the more.
So where this idea came from to make a film there, not only to go for surfing?
Yeah, I mean, I went to surf, but I was very curious about whether the surfboard was going to bring in some of the what type of changes it was going to bring to this village, and for better or for worse was the question I was trying to answer, and I don't know if the film answers that question, but I think it poses it, at least poses the question.
The audience will tell probably. Could you tell me, because I read in some kind of a review that the surfing changed something in the social life of those villages when you were filming. Could you tell me those changes?
Yeah, it's interesting. The surfboard it's not just a way to surf. It's not just a sport, but it's also the surfboard's also an icon, and it's bringing in more egalitarian Western values to this village that tends to have very patriarchal views about women, and this is actually comes into there's a conflict in the film about this, and the women, because they surf, are actually able to start to do things that they wouldn't traditionally be able to do, like have political positions in the surfing clubs, and also
they become independent. So
yeah, and
that's the problem always.
Right. So yeah, so it's something like that, and there are a few tense moments where these two ideas, competing ideas, come into conflict.
Could you tell me what is cargo cult? What is it?
Oh sure, yeah. I mean, cargo cults were kind of happened during World War II. These villages were believed that some Americans would come back after being there in the war, and basically come back and redevelop the villages and save them, and sometimes they'd sort of idolize some of these leaders, and but they would never come back again. So yeah.
So what means to you to show your film in front of Polish audience? Warsaw Film Festival.
I mean, it was amazing. I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what the response would be, or just what the festival experience would be like. And I was blown away. It was amazing. The first screening was absolutely just sold out, and there were people on the aisles, and everyone was just glued to the screen, and very respectful and very interested, and it was one of the best feelings I've ever had showing the film, because I never imagined that the film would travel to Poland, and to come here and then have it be so enthusiastically received just made me so happy.
Okay, congratulations though, and thank you for the conversation. Thanks. Yeah,
WFF.com.
Yeah.
Okay. WFF.
Warsaw Film Festival, WFF.com. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very